Dirty Grandpa, the movie that's about as much fun as getting a paper cut on the webbing between your fingers. The movie stars Robert De Niro, Zac Efron, Zoe Dutch, and Aubrey Plaza. Zac Efron plays Robert De Niro's grandson, who gets tricked into taking his grandpa to Florida after his grandmother dies. Robert De Niro basically plays a perverted grandfather in the absolute most unfunny way he possibly could. And it's entirely not his fault. The dialogue in this movie is absolutely terrible. And most of the comedy in this movie ends up being, wow, that's really, really gross. Now, I'm all for nasty, crude humor as long as it's funny. But right off the bat, I could tell that the humor in this movie is more on trying to shock the viewer as opposed to trying to make the viewer laugh. There were a couple things in the movie that were kind of funny, but overall, pretty disturbing. And to be honest, if it was done by different writers, this movie could have possibly been pretty funny. The writing is just terrible. But again, the dialogue almost seems entirely based to shock the viewer instead of trying to make the viewer laugh. I thought the humor in this would leave me more like, oh, that's nasty. That's nasty. But I can see where you're going with that. But instead I was just like, oh my God, that's nasty. And they seem to rely on, how can we say the most disgusting thing possible without it being funny at all? And in between those dialogues, how about we have, for no reason at all, tries to shove his thumb up his grandson's ass. That'll be hilarious. And then what we'll do is we'll play it out by doing it 1,000 times throughout the movie. Let's do it 1,000 other times, so it's that funny every frickin' time. And I saw this movie with my wife, who also likes this type of humor. And about halfway through the movie, I turned to her and I said, so what do you think? And she turned back to me and said, wow, this movie is absolutely awful. And we definitely were not the only ones. There was at least 5 other people that walked out during the first half hour, 45 minutes of the movie. Now, I do have to say the movie got decent the last 10 minutes of the movie. But if an hour and 45 minute movie sucks for an hour and 35 minutes, I'm sorry, but that is a shitty movie. The jokes are forced. The on-screen chemistry sucks. There is literally nothing good about this movie. In fact, about halfway through the movie, I decided to think of everything I could have done with the money I spent on 2 movie tickets. Well, for starters, I could have just thrown $24 outside, and it would have been a lot more entertaining to watch the money just blow around than to go see this movie. I could have bought $24 worth of scratch-offs. I could have bought 4 $5 footlongs and a drink. Literally anything you can do with the money that you could use to see this movie is going to be better than going to see the movie. I'm going to give this movie a 2 out of 10. They did try to end the movie strong, but like I said, if a movie sucks for 95% of the movie, and in that last 5% they try and pick it up, you're getting a fail. So now that I saved you the time and I saved you the money, comment below and let me know what you're going to do with the money I saved you from the movie tickets. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, comment below. As always, if you guys like what you saw, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thank you.